was so great to be with you in Bracknell on Sunday. All ages together, worshipping together, praying together for each other. That wonderful, beautiful artwork that Lola did during worship, God-inspired artwork, that challenging, inspiring spoken word that Millie wrote and brought to us. It was just so awesome to be together in God's house as family. I don't know if you know, but there's some research that says that children will actually grow into a much more mature faith with God if they have moments whilst they're growing up where they are in all age worship experiences. So it's just such a valuable thing to do. And thank you for welcoming me so well to Bracknell. We looked at the passage in Exodus 35, starting at verse 4, where Moses is charging the Israelites to go out and come back to help build the tabernacle, the place where God's presence was going to be. And we talked about how the fact we don't need God's presence to be just in a tabernacle. We don't need to go to a place to find God's presence because of Jesus and because of what Jesus did for us and God's gift to us in Jesus and God's gift to us in the Holy Spirit. We have the Holy Spirit with us wherever we go, whoever we are. We don't need to be of a certain grade or standard to come into God's presence in a tabernacle. But we looked at that passage in terms of, well, let's look at how they wanted to build God's presence. Because in building God's presence, we help people find their way back to God. And we looked at how they brought everything. They used all the resources available to them. There wasn't just one way that they could help build God's presence. There were lots of different ways. And in your life groups, you might want to have a chat about, well, what is it that you do to help bring about God's presence? What is it that you do that helps share God with the people around you? Are you using all the resources? Are you using everything you have, or are you just using one or two areas of your life and keeping the rest back just for yourself? We also looked at the willingness of the people there. It says that those who were willing and those whose hearts were roused were the ones that came back to help build the tabernacle. Now, maybe you have been serving, maybe you do stuff for other people, but maybe your heart is not actually in the right place with it. Maybe you're doing it a bit begrudgingly out of a sense of duty. So you might want to have a moment to just kind of check your own heart and kind of come before God and say, God, I just want to do this with the right heart. I want to be willing to help build your kingdom, and I want to be willing to help share you with other people and bring your presence to those around me. And they brought their best. They didn't bring the scraps or kind of hay bales and straw from lying around camp. They brought their fine jewels, fine materials to help build the tabernacle. Are we bringing of our best? Are we giving God scraps? Are we giving God not the best version of ourselves? So you might want to be having those conversations in life groups this week. I pray that you have a really great time together. Such a powerful thing happens when God's people come together.